Maybe. Is everything going live? Everything going live? Let's see. Hey guys, what's up, Anna? How are you? Good to see you. What's going on, YouTube? What's up, Facebook? We are on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. What's up, Veronica? How are you? Let me go and share this on my page. Margaret! That's my Margaret. There you go, Margaret. Hey, that's my Margaret. Okay, so let me just share this one more time for you guys. So I've been practicing making sure I go live on my like page versus my regular Facebook page. Oh gosh, wait, did I go live? I guess I did. I might be on the wrong page. Oh yeah, I'm on the wrong page. Oh, well, so much for that practice. I'm on the wrong page. Anyway, it's never wrong. It's always right. I'm always right. Even when I'm wrong, it's right. It always works out for me. So here we are. I'm Lakeisha Michelle, and I want to talk to you guys about this concept of sis. What's up, Gwen? That's my sis. So I want to talk to you guys about a question I get all the time. So I'm always trying to tell you guys, and I guess I'm going to forever be doing it, is telling you guys how I got started online teaching, turning what I know into a business. All right. Turning what I know into a business. So you're in the right place if you want to hear this conversation. I'm a creator. Listen, I'm an author, speaker. I'm a creator. I'm a musician. Like, I love creating things. I'm a content creator. I create tons of different types of content. My voice is my gift, and I use it as all the ways that I can, honey. So here's the thing. All my background's in cosmetology as well. So when I was in the salon, Anna's already in online course magic. Yes, working on my step 4 of outline. That's awesome. That's so awesome. So I keep hitting the thing. Let me tell you guys, when I was in the salon, and I, had to go to work in order to, I gotta be behind the chair. And so I would be at work, and I'm a darn good stylist. Okay. I can do hair. I can do makeup. I can do all that. Excuse me. I look a mess right now, but I've been on like a little vacation, I've been in the sun, been swimming and stuff. And so here we are. So I just realized one day I, was making a lot of money behind the chair, but I was just tired. My body was tired. My back hurt. My knees hurt. I was exhausted. And so I was like, there's got to be a better way. I want to tell you what's been on my heart, as well as not even just for about this particular live stream, but in general and broadcasting. Right. I did go to school for broadcasting. You better go, Anna. But what I want to tell you in general, what's been on my heart, is to remind people that you cannot stop dreaming. You have to think bigger. You have to think bigger. You cannot keep filling your head with chaos and drama and like argumentative stuff. Like, you have to be dreaming and thinking bigger. If you're not thinking bigger than anything that you see, and if you're only training yourself to see the chaos, then your life is only going to show that. Right. And so the thing is, the question is always, how can I do, think in terms of possibility. How can I create this result? Don't think in terms of what's wrong. Acknowledge what's wrong, right? There's nothing wrong with acknowledging what's wrong, but live in possibility. Live in possibility. Instead of just looking at what's wrong and being all excited about it. No, let's look at what could I contribute? What's my contribution? What's my contribution? The amount of drama that a lot of people have is because you have no purpose. You have no focus. You're not going anywhere. You're just perpetuating the same old stuff. So I dare you to ask better questions. Asking better questions is so expansive in all areas of your life. And so instead of looking at what's wrong or why can't you and whatever, acknowledge what is, and then think about how much fun would it be if what would it look like if because that keeps you, that's really the point of this live stream. Is I was behind the chair, and because I practiced that mentality, I was able to play with ideas, and then those ideas became income, right? And eventually a whole business. And so that's what we're going to talk about tonight, which is, how do you turn your idea into a business? And I see you guys. I love it. Hello, darling. Blessings to all California in the house. Let me know where you guys are at. What's up, Elliot? What's up, D? What's up, Veronica? What's up, Gwen? Hey, Keish, I miss you. Finally catching your lives again. I know, y'all. I'm doing a late night with y'all. Get your life. Y'all know I'll be asleep. What's up, Jason? Jason, I think you're already in my course, right? How many of you guys are already in online course magic? Let me know. So, Georgia in the building. Houston in the building. I just left Houston. Let's see where y'all at. Where y'all at? I love it. So here's the thing. The power of thinking bigger, We are so trained to get stuck in a rut, to stuck in a rat race, stuck in routine, stuck in doing the same old thing, the same old thing, the same old thing. I'm allergic to the same old thing. That's like against my religion. I can't stand it. I can't, right? You got to be able to think bigger and be the creator that God designed you to be. Be the creator that God designed you to be. And so anyway, when you look at, okay, here's an idea that I have, we're naturally going to think of all the things that we are not, all the things that get on our nerves, all of the resources that we don't have. That's how your society and our environments are geared to keep us in a certain consumer type state. But for me, instead of looking at my frustrations like that's just the way that it goes, I begin to ask better questions. What would it look like if I could get paid from the internet? Was the question at that time, right? And the funny thing is, I would actually have to chop that up to my mom, because when I was growing up, when the internet came, like I remember you used to have to put a CD in the computer and plug in, the phone wouldn't work and get on the internet. And my mom would literally just be on the internet looking for jobs and looking at how to make $1 off the internet, right? So I would say that I probably naturally got a little bit of that, I'm gonna make some money off the internet, vibe, right? But she was doing more stuff at the time. Marketers were crushing the game because the marketers, nobody was policing what they were saying or fact checking. And so they were selling people, get rich quick schemes. And so that didn't work. And so I was clear that I didn't want to get rich quick. I just thought it's absolutely nuts that I make all this money. My body hurts. I don't have time for my family. And like, I have to actually go to work in order to get paid. And so I was sitting in gratitude a minute ago when I looked at my my phone and I saw the payments coming through. And I just thought about people who wish they could make $25 an hour, right? I thought of people who wish they could make, X amount of dollars an hour, pick a number. And as my phone was going off, I'm like, man, I'm literally just sitting on the patio, chilling and making hourly wages that, right, especially right now, people wish they had. And so I say that not to brag, but I was in gratitude. And I want to remind you tonight, even if you never purchase anything from me, that whatever it is you want, you can get, but it's about how you think. And if you're constantly talking about what you don't have, what you hate, what you dislike, what's wrong, if that's the majority of your conversation, then that's what you're going to see in your life. Does that make sense? Yes or no in the comments? What's up, Ann Anderson? D McGee is she's in the class. All my online course creators in here. I love it. Let me know what's your I know I see some speakers on here. I see some coaches, I see some authors. Give me your titles, even though I don't go by one title myself, darling. But give me how you would like to be addressed tonight. Are you an author? Are you a speaker, darling? I'm an author. Here's my book. I have so many books I want to write, so much music I want to make, so many classes I want to teach. Yes, makes perfect sense. Okay, got it. Good. So here's the thing. I realized that instead of just wishing and hoping and praying and wishing and hoping, instead of just doing that, let me actually get to looking up what's possible. And so here's one tip for you guys to take away from this live stream is that whenever you feel like you can't do something, go find an example of it being done. Because you need to be able to build up your face muscle, all right? You cannot only see the negative things and what the news and the media is talking about and what your family and them doing and, what's going on. Like, that's only going to keep you in one gear. So a lot of times we don't leave our comfort zone because it's like, oh my God, I don't know that. So you got to be willing to be in kind of a surrender state. I'm willing to look stupid. I'm willing to move even though I don't have all the pieces together. I'm willing to start even though I don't look a certain way or sound a certain way or have this certificate and blah, 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 all the stuff that we say. So I said, okay, I'm going to find proof that it's possible because that's going to keep me going when I want to quit. Okay. So then I started researching like, man, there's so many ways to make money online. And that really just kind of got me started. You guys, I have sold some of everything on the internet, from sunglasses to websites to mobile applications. And once I realized, I had fun doing that, but There is no but. I had a blast doing that, and it taught me so much, which led to the idea eventually of, I wonder if I could teach. The first thing I wanted to teach was YouTube, because everybody was asking me, how was I getting all these clients in the salon from YouTube? And so I was like, I wonder if I could just like teach people, right? I wonder if people will pay for this. And instead of me, pause, disclaimer, me saying look for proof does not mean spend 90,000 days, quote unquote, researching, because all you're doing is BSing and procrastinating. And it's a sexy procrastination that makes you feel like you're doing something that you ain't really doing. People get mad at me because I be calling them out. If you ever get one-on-one coaching with me, I'm black and white. So you could be like, I'm trying to figure this out. And I'll be like, what does trying look like? Like, no, what does that even mean? What are the steps that you took? What's the outcome that you desire? What are the steps that you're taking? Period. Y'all already know. I'll be like, no, we don't got time for that. Why would you waste time? Don't waste my life. I'd rather look in the sky. Don't waste time. Don't waste your own life. I'm just saying. So anyway, I started thinking, what if I could teach a group of people, because I was teaching them in person. This is another tip, you guys. Find proof so that you can have belief and go, man, if they could do it, I could do it, right? And then another thing is, if there's something that you're doing in person, for example, a lot of my coaches, I see you guys on here, authors, speakers, if you are doing live events in person, yes, you can take what you were doing in person and do it online. And it's so simple. The powerful thing about doing things in person at a conference or in face to face with a human, you've already validated that there's a need for that particular set of information. And so then now it's a matter of, Liz, I got you. I be picking and choosing. Now it's a matter of, just transferring what you did in person to digital. So for me, I was teaching people websites in the salon. People literally, I have videos of stylists. I never did post the testimonials, but people were coming to my station while I was at work doing hair with their laptop. I was like, yo, just pull up with your laptop. Let me show you how to do it. So then once I realized I had a formula, that became a class. All right. YouTube, same thing. I was showing people YouTube, one person, one-on-one in the salon. So then I said, I want to teach this online. And so here's what happens next. When you say you want to take what you know, and transfer it into, a check, it's funny how we then have to go get all this stuff, and you don't need all that stuff, you guys. And that's what I love about my classes that I teach, because I show you guys how to get started right now. What's the fastest way to get started using grassroots strategies? And most of the tools I tell you to use are free, because I know that in business, when you look at getting paid for what you know, taking an idea and getting paid for, taking your ideas and turning it into an actual infrastructure, a framework that you can then give to people and they can get that result. When you look at that, that's only one part. You got to know how to run a business. Okay. And you got to know how to sell. You got to know how to market the business. So it's a bigger thing that's happening here. So spending a lot of time on details that are going to change, because when you first get started, it's a beta group. You're just throwing it out there. You need to get the testimonials. You need to see what works well, what doesn't work. You need to see what is the system and the framework that's going to make this thing be long lasting. Is it even long lasting? Does that make sense, you guys? Yes or no? Let me see the comments. If you're new to me, I'm Lakeisha Michelle from LakeishaMichelle.com. We don't talk to ourselves. We communicate, okay? I'm Southern. When you walk in the room, you say, what's happening? What's popping? What's good? Put a comment. I love emojis and I love hearts. Instagram, heart it up. Share this with a friend. Tag a friend. Tiny, I love you. What's up, love? Tiny just set the example of what I mean. She just got here on the stream. She said, hey, fam, miss y'all. D. McGee, what are those emojis? And Anderson says, amen, Liz, you and me both. Must banish my sexy procrastination. We all do it, right? Even me, there is something, maybe it's not on, when it comes to this stuff, I have to work on myself, because I like to go. But it's because I know it's like, I just like to jump in, right? But then the other areas where I'm definitely procrastinating. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not on online course stuff, but and even then, there's other things that I'm procrastinating on I could be doing to make it better. Because Grassroots gonna get you a couple $100,000. So free strategies and old school strategies will literally make you super comfortable. And so listen, we all can procrastinate at some level. So I am not speaking from the mountaintop. I'm just letting you know I know what you're doing. Okay. You guys are hilarious in these comments. What's up, Christina? Thinking, oh, I got your brain going. Good. Okay, so here's the deal. I said, okay, I can teach this YouTube class. There is definitely a process. Now, luckily, I am a systems and process girl. I love to know what is the framework that gets me the same result every time. Does that make sense when I say that? I need you guys to tell me yes or no. Ask questions. There is no dumb question. But in general, I like consistency, right? So I know that if I want to get a result again, I need to know what were the steps that I took. What were the steps that I took to get that result? And then I'm going to test those steps over and over and over, because I don't know, I've always been like this. Even you guys, let me tell you, even when I was a little kid and I had to ride the bus to school, I knew that there were a certain amount of time I had to get to the bus stop, right? And so then it became a game for me. Now that I know my route I know where I'm going, what the outcome is, I can play with my time. How fast can I get there? What if I walk like this? What if, like, I've always been that little like weirdo like this since I was a kid. So it's the same thing with hair. When I was in the hair salon, not only do I want to get the same result consistently for my clients, how can I make it better, right? Same thing when I'm doing these classes. I go, okay, I could do this. I just start paying attention to what did I do to get the result? And then how can I make it better? And I'm open if something doesn't work. Pause. Most of us be scared that it's not going to work, so then we never show up. But it's crazy. When you look at the world, there are so many people that are not showing up. So many leaders. I'm talking to you right now. You have a unique perspective on something, and yet you don't show up because you want to show up perfect, because you want to show up when you get such and such right. Meanwhile, there are people that are assigned to you, just like if you look at talk shows, right? There's a set of people that was assigned to Oprah, Dr. Phil, and any other small or big talk show. Everybody has like an audience. So you don't have to be like so-and-so, and you don't have to wait until you get this and this and that. All of that stuff is just like, I don't even know what you call it. It's resistance. Somebody likes me. I love it. Thank you, Tiny. Tiny just dropped the link. I love it. I love it. I love it. What's up, Shonda? So here's the thing. I said, okay, how do I take this YouTube thing that I'm doing? Because I know. I'm not just making it up and guessing. I'm the nerd that actually went and took my developer's license classes and all this other stuff. I understand. I started studying SEO for myself and just testing all these different principles. And not only did I test it on myself, I tested on other people, right? And so they were getting, to this day, I got people channels that I have built and they are getting YouTube customers to this day. You talking about 7 years, I built something for you that still sends you a customer, that's still marketing for you while you sleep. So because I knew I can consistently do that, and I knew the formula and the method, I knew what I was going to teach other people. And so all I did was put what I know on paper into a framework that's duplicatable. Does that make sense, you guys? Yes or no? Now, as you hear me talk about what I did, this is where you need to also look and see, how can I do these types of things? How can I think this way so that I can get a result that I desire in my life? For me, I wanted to get from behind the chair. I love the chair as a beauty professional, but my legs and my back was toe up, okay? And I wanted to be able to make money no matter what I was doing, okay? So when you look at, as simple as that was, it was life-changing for me. So I go And I say, okay, I got to just ask as many people as possible. Do they want to get clients from YouTube? That was like my first digital course. I sold a lot of stuff on the internet, but like as far as intellect, right? That was my first digital course. And so I said, hey, do you want to get clients from YouTube? Hey, do you want to get clients from YouTube? I literally just invited as many people as possible. And guess what? I called them on the phone, I texted them, and I was going online, just Facebooking people that I knew, anybody. And I was super specific. I was talking to beauty professionals. Another thing is, understand, like today I show up and I teach entrepreneurs. Back then I was speaking to beauty professionals. And the funny thing is, entrepreneurs begin to come to my live streams because they were like, this stuff applies to me, which I already knew that, but I went to my immediate circle to get business. Does that make sense? Some of you guys are always like, I would start, but where am I gonna get the people from? If you never start, how will you ever get the people? If you never start, how will you ever get the people? You're supposed to be showing up. If Oprah promoted your new whatever today, but you didn't show up on social media, your website ain't built, blah, 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 you screwed. You don't exist if you ain't online. When you meet somebody new, what they're gonna say? They always say, let me see your Instagram, let me see your Facebook. People just, they're on social, that's where we are. And so don't not show up because you think you should be popular. I'm sorry, you earn it. It's earned. Show up and be of value. How many of you guys watch me? I've seen some of you guys for years following me. And the reason why you follow me is because I'm always teaching. And I'm going to sell you my stuff. By the way, there is an insane deal going on. And there's only like 20-some slots left. I teach you how to create courses. I teach you how to make workshops, master classes, the journals, all the stuff on the internet. Like literally the exact methods that I use and have been using since 2015, really 2015, to get paid for what I know. The exact strategy that normally is $497, and there's $997 worth of content inside the bundle. Everybody's getting it right now for $99. I've never offered a deal like this, and it's about to be shut back down. All right, so go to LakeishaMichelle.com if you know you want to jump in. There's only 20-some seats left. But in the meantime, let's keep popping. Okay. Once I called everybody that I knew in my immediate circle, I was calling people in person and just letting people, like asking people who they knew, and then bringing them back to my social media. So I really built my social media because at the beginning on my Facebook and stuff was a bunch of high school friends and folks that I wouldn't fool with, right? Those are not my business people. So who cares? I don't even care. Like I delete them. I don't care. I'm not on here to this. I'm just, y'all not my people. I love y'all, but y'all ain't the people that's buying from me, right? And so I did hand and foot, texting, calling, and just asking people if they want a result. Write this down. Speak to the result, make the offer. Speak to the result and make the offer. Some of you guys have this thing about being too salesy. I just told you to buy my class for $99. Was I being too salesy? What does that even mean? Business is business. Does Verizon worry about if they're being too salesy for you? No. Can you pay Verizon with some thank yous and prayers? A business is a business is a business. It's not about you. Even when it comes to marketing, everybody's like, I'm scared to put myself out there. I'm not putting myself out there. I'm putting my business out there. And I'm speaking to the result that my business will get you. So if I speak to the result, for example, in this story that I'm telling you, I literally just ask people, do you want to get clients from YouTube? It's yes or no. You want to be asleep and people are finding your website and booking appointments? Yes or no? I just figure out what are the results that what is it that they get? And then I just got to tell it to enough people. And make the offer. And don't make it with fear or lack mentality or am I good enough mentality or please approve of me first mentality. You got to like just be like, look, here's what I have. Here's what it's going to do for you. And here's what the investment is. Now, there's tons of techniques that you can do. For example, when I did my first YouTube class, I set a goal for only like, I think I wanted like, 10 or 12. I was like, it was a low number. I think it was like maybe 10 people or something like that. I think my minimum amount of people that I wanted to get was 10, and then my maximum was like 20. Right. And so I was like, oh my God, I'm getting, because I was so like, oh my gosh. So then I went into, first I figured out how much I wanted to make. I figured out what I was going to give in exchange for that money. So here's what I'm going to give. I'm going to give you a formula that helps you get clients from YouTube in exchange for the investment. And then I went into how will I get the information to them? Some of you guys are so busy researching websites and platforms and all of those stuff that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You don't even know what you're selling. You don't have, you're focused on stuff that's like going to change 100 times. Website platforms change. Email service providers, you're going to change. You got to find your groove. So don't focus on that when you first are trying to get into the groove of like what it is you are here to offer others. And by the way, I believe you can have as many courses as you want. You don't got to do some big major launch. You can launch for 3 days. You can have something available for 7 days. You could do flash sales. You could do master classes, Saturday workshops, Sunday workshops. You can do whatever you want to do. I don't believe in half the stuff that people are saying. I mean, it's cute and all, and it works, but I'm just saying you can do what you want to do and bank. I've been making it about me too much. Come on, girl. I love the honesty in that comment. I've been making it about me too much. Who else can relate to what Anna said? So Anna is not alone on this live stream. Who else can relate? When I don't show up, why is it? It's about me. How I feel, how I look, what I think people think about me, what I feel I don't have, who I think I'm not. I see everybody, they're agreeing with you, Anna. They are agreeing with you. I want to unstuck. That's where I'm stuck. Where are you stuck, Shakisha? Your vibe attracts your tribe. Framework is important. Oh, yeah, Ola. That's for sure. I'm going to create more courses. Jason, barber, and educator, you better. We need more people on the front line. Like, this is the best time to be alive. Things are crazy. I know. It's still the best time to be alive. And we need more creators and people putting out content that's going to help develop communities, develop mindsets, fix and heal. All these coaches out here to know how they have all these formulas on how to, let go of things and forgive and to grow. And where you at? You sitting at home waiting on somebody to knight you and give you permission or what? I don't know. Ola says she can relate. Everybody can relate with you. Miss Lodi says she can relate. Shonda, she can relate with you, Anna. I know that I haven't shown up like I said I would. I've been scared and also wanted all the glory, but now I'm going to show up imperfect anyway because people need what Spirit is trying to challenge me. Exactly. What's my favorite hashtag? Have you guys been paying attention to the hashtag I've been using? God needs my body. God needs my body. God needs my body. What does that mean? Like, how can... I'm a representative of God. And so if I don't show up, then like, what the heck am I doing? I don't know. I don't even understand anything other than literally it doesn't work in my brain. Angela says, yes, Diamond, All Stars. Yes, my girl. Yes. Okay. So I love it. Okay, you guys, this is a new drink that I'm trying. And it has like aloe vera, watermelon, and peaches. It is so good. Okay, so here's the deal. Here's the deal. Once I realized, here's my goal. I think it was like 10 people was the minimum. I always set a minimum and a maximum goal too, by the way. Like if there's a certain amount of people that you need to hit, like that's your minimum. And then what's the number that like makes you excited, makes you nervous, but it's like, I think I could do that, right? It tastes so good, Lori. You got to get it. It's so good. Like so good. So I determined what I was going to teach. I came up with my number goals. And then I got busy finding the people. Type in the comments, find the people, find the people, find the people. You got to find the people. And the way that you attract them is really just speaking to the result that they're going to get. What is the result that you give them? And then you got to make the offer. Some of you guys, I watch you. You make the you speak to the result, but then you don't offer anything. And then when you offer, it feels like, you can have it. No, I'm telling you, if you join my class, you should be selling. My classes are so direct and to the point. You don't even have to take the whole class. If you just took the first few phases of online course magic, you could be selling by Sunday. Technically Saturday, because you could spend all day Friday and you'll have your framework, your outline, the results you give, you'll have the module titles and everything. And then it's just a matter of figuring out how you want to deliver it. So if you feel like, I don't learn that fast, then you don't, because you're telling yourself you don't. But if you feel like, man, you know what, I'm going to get this. I'm showing up every time I get distracted, every time I get frustrated, I'm going to pause, take a deep breath, and I'm going to get back at it. And I'm about to make it happen. See, it's all about your attitude and your mentality. Your classes are all content and no fluff. Thank you. Find the people by speaking to the result they're going to get. Yes, because that's why you guys think about it. Think about it. This is so simple. I literally titled this, Turning What You Know into a Business. You only listening. Well, some of y'all listening because y'all love me. Look, Carolina says 2 hours. She says, now she's a member of the class. My members are in the comments right now like, yes, yes, yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. She says she can do it in 2 hours, which I agree, because the videos are like 12 minutes. If you just do what I say on those first few phases, it's just so to the point. And then I've added so many amazing courses and shortcuts and pre-selling, and there's just so much stuff in there. Like I was looking at it going, I'm going to reorganize. It's so amazing. There's so much content. The deal is insane. But anyway, find the people, speak to the result, make the offer boldly. Because you don't talk about anything that you don't know. So it's real simple. Oh, look at all my members showing up tonight. What's up, y'all? Stephanie, what's going on? So don't talk about anything you don't know. And you got to be excited about it. Like I genuinely be excited to help people. So when I was selling, this is 2014 when I actually did the YouTube class. That was my first one, like virtual class. So now that I told everybody the result that I was going to get them, I set the date of the class, and my first goal was to sign up my number of people. And I gave a deadline. You have until this day to sign up. And I said, listen, you can pay me any kind of way. Like I was like, I'll take PayPal, whatever. So I just took any method of payment because, again, this is the beginning. So I'm not trying to be perfect. I don't need to have nobody asked for my website. I wasn't working. No one cared. No one cared. When you speak to the result, people really don't care. They really don't, you guys. People are not out here stressing because you don't got no website. Now, it's about your presentation. It's about your presentation. I took forever because I was in my head. Now I'm on a roll. Yes. Everybody does it, which is why I give you lifetime access, which is why, it takes repetition. Being around the content, seeing other people do things in the private Facebook group, that all helps you go, man, let me get back on this. I love it. I love it. So anyway, I looked and I said, okay, I got my members. Now it's time to deliver the content. I let everybody know, even when I was selling them the YouTube class, I said, hey guys, it's going to be a webinar and you get the replay. So you can show up live. If you can't make it live, then you get the replay. And that was it. And when you walk away, you'll have my exact strategy. And I did the Q&A, right? So that was all I sold. Once everybody joined, I was like, okay, which way do I want to give this webinar? Because there was like 1 million. That's when webinars was like first getting popping too. Like, they started to become like a buzzword. And so there were so many platforms. And then I just went, I'm just going to use Google Hangouts. And so all I did, every time somebody joined, I took their email address and I just added them on the morning of the webinar. I just added all the people to the Google Hangout. And I told everybody, yo, it's only a few people. You can manage 10, 20 people by yourself. So I was like hitting everybody up in a group message. I blind copied everybody so nobody could see anybody else's email address. And I said, hey, this is the webinar link. We're going to use Google Hangouts. I'm using your email address. So pay attention to your inbox because it's going to come to you. I gave time at the beginning of class to make sure everybody could log in properly. And then I was off and running teaching. And that class to this day is just as valuable. And I made that in 2014. Like that was 2014. So think about it. You can make a piece of content in 2014 and still get paid from it. And it's 2020. Right? Shakisha, access to the private group. Joanne and Opelousas. I love it. Louisiana. What's up, Crystal J? What's up, Sharina? I haven't even been through the whole course and made my money back. Boom. I love it. I love it. I love it. I've been waiting for someone to knight me. Real talk. Yeah, man. That's waiting for permission. Because the world, the system that we live in is designed to make us think that everything outside of ourselves is more powerful than we are. And that's a whole nother subject. But that's the system that we live in. And so there's an internal conflict because naturally you feel like I can do what I want to do. But, depending on your environment, maybe you grew up like with somebody that was super negative all the time and they were a worrier or they were very judgmental. And so you got your environment and family dynamics. Then you got the world system telling you that everything outside of you is more powerful than you. Meanwhile, you were born enough. Meanwhile, you woke up enough, you were born enough. If it came to you, you need to work with it, period. If it came to you, your job is to expand it. So Google Hangouts back then, that's all I used. I delivered the class. People were blown away. I actually gave way too much content, but I was just so excited. I was so excited. And so I taught them and they were just like, what? And those people to this day, when you Google certain terms, they took what I said and they still are in their cities ranking for the different types of videos because they learned from my class. And so that to me gave me proof of what's possible. And from there, I just began to play with what ideas. And not all of them worked, but I was committed to the outcome that I wanted, which was to replace my salon income. And then one day I had the idea in 2015, a year later. Let me just be honest. I'm about to wrap this up. Let me be honest. After that class worked, I kind of basically went into let me make it sexier mode. So it worked. And then I started trying to make it more complicated. Does that make sense, you guys? Have you guys ever done that before where it's like, oh, that worked. And now I got to go buy all this stuff. So I spent like $5,000 just trying to like be a professional. Oh God, it was such a waste. And nothing's ever a waste, right? I believe everything has purpose. I mean, I wouldn't be able to tell you this story. That's how I be when I'm coaching. I know what you're doing. People get pissed off at me and then they always come back to me like, oh my God, what you said. And then they be like, I just made $7,000. I just made $3,000, $5,000. I just made $400. And I'd be like, I know what you're doing because I did it. And it's okay. There's no judgment. I just want you to snap out of we tell ourselves BS all the time about a lot of stuff. So you just got to get good at knowing that I'm going to do that to myself. And I need to be watching what's the story that I'm telling myself. Because there I validated that there was a need and desire for this particular market. And then because I wanted it to look like the people online who were having like sexy websites and talking about launches and they were talking about all this stuff. And because I had just made some money from what they were talking about, I felt like they still were better than me. And so I gave them too much power. No shade to them. Don't ever do me like that. Like, you are powerful. I'm here to just give you some information, baby. You are the bomb. Okay. There's nothing wrong with getting a framework and information, but like, don't sit up and idolize other people and their results and their life. So people started selling all these different programs, right? And they would be on the beach and everything was so sexy. And I was like, Oh, I want my stuff to be sexy like this. So then certain look. This is why I show up the way I show up, by the way. Because I love to poke at the idea that something needs. Do you know one of my days I made the most money? I was in a doggone bunny rabbit suit, like one of them Snuggie thingies, chilling on the internet with my little karaoke microphone, banking. You don't need to be anybody but yourself. Instagram keeps going in and out. That's annoying. You don't need to be anybody but yourself. And you can't be Keisha. Like, there are certain things I can get away with because it's my personality. So really paying attention to who are you and what are you share, and just being consistent. Oh, thank you. You guys are in the comments just blessing me. Wow. Lakeisha helps you work out the areas that cause you to pause, and her transparency creates an atmosphere of raw, uncut reality that leads to personal development and taking action. You better go, girl. I love it. I'm just getting all kinds of testimonials tonight. Presentation is everything. Thank you for lifetime access and content, because I still have to complete my course. You're so welcome. Yes, and Google Hangouts were like a thing. Thank you for your authenticity. You are so welcome. It's just easy when you could just be you. You understand what I'm saying? That's like, you got to manage a whole bunch of lies and conversations. That becomes too much. I love it. I finally understood most of what you taught me. And from my first 5K earning with you, after a year, I learned how to talk in a way that I finally did 10K. Boom! Lakeisha, I did 10K for 3 months straight. I'm done. It's a wrap. LakeishaMichelle.com. Get your class or get your life. I'm just saying. I mean, you would think I pay people, but not. These are like my regular students that are like giving testimonials here. I am so proud of you, and I'm not shocked. I know, like, especially you, Carolyn. You're so freaking brilliant. Like, I can't even. My friend said it best. She said, I just push people off the cliff. She said, people that they be looking down. She said, I just come kick them off the cliff. I was like, dang, she kind of right. But you know, I mean, what if I die tomorrow? Like, I don't want to die with all the information in my brain, and neither should you. That is dumb. That's dumb. Why would you leave Earth? That just makes no sense. Just be yourself. Well said. Right. So true. I love your videos. Thank you, Boss Hand. Everything is totally on her website. Get it, boo. I love it. I love it. Okay. So here it is. Stephanie lit on Instagram, holding it down. I love it. Get out of our heads. I don't have any that yet either. I'm on my way. I love it. Okay. I'm getting distracted by the comments. So YouTube class was the first one. And then after going down the black rabbit hole of 4-part video series launch, blah, blah, blah stuff that people be talking about, I just was like, I wonder if people are going to buy a hair class from me. I wonder if people will buy a hair class. Like, will people want to watch how to do hair from my camera? It was I don't even know why that was like so weird, because if you think about it, people have hair DVDs and stuff, but I don't know. I was blown away, and I was like, I'm scared, but I'm going to try it. And so I was in this accountability group, and I mentioned it in an accountability group, and my coach gave me 48 hours. And that was the best thing he could have ever done. He called me out in front of everybody, and we had these weekly accountability calls. And so I didn't want to go back to, I ain't no punk. You know what I'm saying? Don't call me out. So I had to, I had to do what I had to do. So I go and I launched the class. You guys, I could probably find this video. I literally was sitting in my parents' house. My daddy was cracking crab legs, and he just refused to recognize that I was creating a video for YouTube. So the whole time in the back of the video, you hear daddy cracking crab legs, and we just chilling. And I launched which is now called Short Hair Boot Camp. And here's what's funny. Even that product, when I first made it, I was making it for salon visiting customers. But then what happened was all of these stylists started coming to the class, and I didn't even think that the stylists were going to come. So I started to sell it to my hair clients. My hair clients bought it, I think because they just like me. But then when I really took a survey, here's another thing that's important. Write that down. Survey your audience all the time. Survey your audience all the time. The reason I have almost no refunds is because I only build things people ask for, and I'm constantly having conversation with my people. So everything I create, typically they buy it in advance. They already want it. It's so clear to the point, to the result. I don't have to worry about half the stuff people be talking about. I'll be like, what are y'all talking about? Refunds. Can we talk about this tax bill though? That's a whole nother conversation. I'm gonna try to find this video so y'all can laugh at my daddy cracking them crab legs. So here's the thing. I made the video. I posted it on YouTube. By that time, I'd done enough groundwork of building my audience. And so from there, when I went on my YouTube channel, I had a little people, you know what I'm saying? Little change to work with. But I just let everybody that I knew, know like, this is what I'm offering now. Here's the result. And that's it. Like, here's what it costs. Here's the result. And I will never forget. I went to bed. I was freaking out. My chest was beating. I act like the whole world was going to see it. Can I just newsflash? Ain't nobody looking at your stuff right away. Like, seriously, newsflash. You're not that important. When you really start to think about that, and no shade, this is what I tell myself. Like, it's not as deep as you make it. It's not that deep. You don't have to be all like, woo, woo, woo. You need to make 1,000 videos. So stop acting like the one video is the one video that's going to go viral. No, you need to be consistent and you got to find your flow and your rhythm, right? So I make the video, I go to bed, and then somebody buys something. And all I kept thinking about, please don't do this to yourself. What if they bought it and they couldn't log in and they're going to be like mad at me? And I was coming up with all these things, like freaking myself out for no reason. Oh God, I took their money and they're not going to get their product. I don't even know why I was thinking that, because everything was in place. There was nothing, but I was so freaked out because I was just like, oh, I'm doing it. Oh. A 48-hour challenge with Akeisha. Ooh, that sounds like a mini course I could do. See, I literally, after I'm done with this sale, I'm probably gonna wrap this up tomorrow. When I'm done with this sale, I'll be on to my next thing. I love creating different products. We're not paid, we invested, and these are the results. That's what I'm saying. Look, she like, these are not paid testimonials. Oh my God, I love it. We mafia up in this mug. I love it. I love it. I love it. Survey your audience all the time. Yes, that's really, really powerful. I'm glad you got to taking notes. Tell them after so many years, you haven't changed it and it's still making you money, boo. Right. So here's the thing. I made the course. I totally freaked out. I had every what if moment, but it worked. It worked. And then it just became a game of asking better questions. And instead of me just trying to think of all the answers, let me just ask the people. Be willing to be vulnerable. Be willing to be open about, I don't know everything. Here's what I know. I know how to get this result consistently. Now, how would you like to experience this? People love to be a part of the beginning of something. I'm seeing my signal is messing up. So let me make sure you guys, Spectrum is on my last nerves. Hold on. Oh, please. I wish I could show you guys. Like, I wish I can go find. Anyway. Love you too, Steph. I signed up for those classes. Cynthia, did you join? I didn't see you join. You told me to send you some invoices. The classes are self-paced. You can do it whenever you want. It's all self-paced. So when you log in, you get instant access. All you got to do is binge watch everything and do what I say at the end of every video. And then when you're done, you'll have your outline of whatever you're going to sell. And then you just got to figure out how you want to sell it. Is it a webinar? Is it a workshop? Is it a masterclass? Is it a pre-recorded something that you put into a membership area? Those are all like small details, right? Let me make sure you guys are still here because this is freaking pissing me off with this signal. Instagram, are you guys here? Let's see. So here's how this works. All you got to do is go to LakeishaMichelle.com, look for the flyer. You'll see. I'm going to just pull it up so you can actually see in real time. You're going to actually see in real time. This is what it looks like when you go to the website. All right, so now you'll see right there, just click the pink button. It says 80% off. You get, the value of this course is $9.97. It normally sells, this is not like a trick or joke. There are hundreds of people in this class and it's $4.97. People do $4.97 or do 2 payments of $249. Right now, this is one of those Macy's one day only, but the one day turned into a long day because I went on a little vacation. It's my prerogative. Click the button. Once you click the button, it's going to take you to what you're actually getting. All right. And then you just read that information. If it feels right for you, jump in. Very, very simple. If it feels right for you, jump in. There's so many classes in there. I can't even begin to tell you guys. 0 to launch, fast start, course creation, delivering the course. How do I create the content that sells the course? So most of you guys are like, what do I say over a live stream or in a conversation that's going to help me sell my course? The strategy, the exact strategy that I'm doing even right now is in there. I show you guys how to build your email list over social media. I show you how to create your offer framework, how to pick the digital format, and how to map out your digital product and the tools that you need. All right. You also get my bonus course it's called Pre-Sale Magic. Pre-Sale Magic shows you how to sell a class before you actually build it. It's one of my favorite techniques. I also included recently for those old members, I don't know if you guys saw that, but I show you how to create a video that literally makes your dream customers just flock to you. It's a really powerful video. It's been tested by so many different types of people from different industries. It's insanely powerful, right? So that video I just added to the course as well. But the amount of content inside of here, it's insane. Selling over social media is extremely important, especially right now when most people are still staying at home, right? Building your audience. There's also a private Facebook group so you guys can grow together, help each other, talk to each other, get advice, vent, tag me on questions, and meet like-minded individuals. Thank you, Carolina. No, Cynthia, it's not. It's separate. This is online course magic. Let's see. I love it. You guys are so awesome. Like, I can't even take it. Oh, so amazing. Okay, so moral of the story, I took those ideas and I tested them. And what happens, one of the ideas you put out there it'll take wind. It gets momentum. And so then you just go about putting a framework with it. So for example, Short Hair Bootcamp, the video of my daddy was cracking the crab legs in the background of the first quote unquote commercial. That to this day, people have been paying me for that product since 2015. And so all I did was create a membership site where I house videos like Netflix, and they can watch it whenever they want, however they want. They can be in the private Facebook group and have friends and talk to each other. And it's insanely valuable. What I teach in one video is enough for one client. They're going to get their money back with one client, but I'm teaching them tons and tons. Each video is worth 10 times what they pay per month. And so all I did was go, how can I build something so valuable that it just makes it's like a no-brainer? right? For them to sign up. And that's it. And then survey all the time. So they tell me what they want to see next. They tell me all the details. And it's just amazing. And from there, those same people started asking me about how I was running my business. And so I was like, oh, yeah, I don't have clients. They're like, nope. So then I started client bootcamp classes, get client bootcamp, because I love sales and marketing. Like I love business in general. So I was like, oh, let me show you guys what I do to get customers. And so then I put frameworks around that. And so then I was with Lisa Nichols, and she kept saying, how are you just sitting up here with me getting paid all over the world? And you make these classes so freaking fast. And I'm like, it's not about, I don't try to be speedy. I'm to the point. So I don't take a million steps that most people are taking. Yep. And you already bought it. And I believe you bought it from when we were with Lisa Nichols, if I'm not mistaken. Online Course Magic has been the name of it. I haven't changed the name yet, even though I keep saying I'm going to change the name. So then Lisa Nichols asked me to build a program that teaches what I do. And then I sold that for like 2 years and then created this, which comes with both of those programs. The one that I created for Lisa Nichols' audience, I never sold publicly. I just made a ton of money. Every time I launch that program, it makes $40,000, right? And I launch it twice a year. That program, you get all of that. Like it's insane. So, moral of the story is, be willing to test your idea. Be willing to see things differently. Be willing to stretch what's possible for yourself. And this is why I do Good Tea for Life, because if you're not constantly looking at your mental programming, why did I think this? Where did that come from? What's the new based on the outcome I want for my life? What are the thoughts? What are the habits? What are the standards that I need to set for myself so that I can make this reality, make this thing, this idea, this outcome become my reality? You got to see things differently. You got to think bigger. And begin to test things. And don't think so. In your thinking big, be okay with starting with 20 sales. Like that's a big deal for a lot of people, especially if you got a $99 product like I got, right? 20, 30, 40 sales, 50 sales, that's awesome in a week. How many of you guys can use an extra $5,000, right? Extra $2,000. So you in your thinking big, be okay with all the stumbles and the steps. Cynthia, I don't believe you have it, love. Just inbox me. Because if I'm not mistaken, you had me invoice you. I think you did. I know the outcome that I want to become my reality. Exactly. And so once you know the outcome, then it's just a matter of fine tuning. And so anyway, I created Online Course Magic because, first of all, Lisa asked me to. Second of all, everybody always is asking, how do I create courses so quickly and effortlessly? And so I'm literally giving you the exact way that I take what I know. So this is for you if you are a content creator of any sort. You could be a musician, you could be a beauty professional, you could be a coach, you could be an author, you could be a speaker. If you have any type of skill set, specialized skill set, accounting, nurses are in there. I see so many different types of healers and all kind of genres of people are in there taking their information, putting it into a framework and jumping and making sales, getting people in their courses and helping them. You told me I'm spending the same energy selling 1K or 10K. It took me a while to get it, but when I got it, I became unstoppable. Woo! I love it. That makes me so happy. And the thing is, that's why I'm willing to be, here's another tip for you guys. Be willing to repeat yourself 100,000 times. Like, I will have this conversation with you guys forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Instagram is acting so freaking like I can't even take it. I will have this conversation with you guys over and over. I don't care. I don't need to reinvent the wheel. I don't need to try to make it different. How many times have you heard me have this conversation? Some of you guys, you've been having this conversation with me for 2 or 3 years. It's the same conversation because we need repetition. It takes that much time to unroot and just get that old thinking out of there. So you don't have to be so creative and so different. It's like people need to hear the same thing over and over. Repetition is everything. So you don't have to be like, you don't have to be doing all this stuff that people are doing. I promise you don't. Even if you look at the bigger people, the great people, they're saying the same thing all the time. They're not changing it up all the time. It's just the same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing. And what makes it different is that every day that you're living, life hits differently. So your tone is going to be different. Your stories of life may change, but the business that you're selling or the thing that you're selling is the same. Okay, repeat. I love that. Yes. Don't not show up because you feel like I said that already. It's not new. It's not fresh enough. That's like crap, especially when you don't have no audience anyway. That's just a waste of energy. Yes, I'm getting online tonight. Yes. I love it. I love it. So you guys check it out at LakeishaMichelle.com. Tag your friends, share this, share this, share this. And I'm just excited for the next 20 people that will get this blessing. All right. And the price will go back to what it was. And I ain't gonna be no, can you slide me the deal? No, because the value of it is like, I stand on it, you guys. You're gonna be blown away, blown away, blown away. There's only like 20 some slots left for this sale. All right. And let me show you guys what I practice, what I preach. Let me show you guys. Hold on. I'm gonna show y'all. I literally set a goal and then I use this journal, which this is $19, by the way. I use this journal, this workbook that I sell to you guys, and I keep track. And I took the page out. So this is the sales. This is $19. So I think you should buy both of them. So I'm telling you about both of them. But paying attention to what you do all day. So once you decide what you're going to sell, and then tracking your day, all these hours, tracking how many conversations you're having, how many times you actually ask people to buy. You guys, people don't be tracking. You ain't tracking nothing. So I know all the people that are buying. Your names is on here. Somebody else just bought. So I need to put the who is it? Let me go. And so I track old school. I don't know about you guys, but I'm talking thousands of dollars a week. Sometimes an hour. So anyway, here we are. I'm complete. Taking what you know and turning into a business is very simple. Be willing to go through the testing phase. Be willing to go through the testing phase, testing products, testing ideas, testing courses, testing frameworks. And then once you see this is the thing that I'm going to sell, putting a business around it is very simple. Is it a membership site? How do I get people to see it? How do I get people to buy it? Right? And then from there, once you get a certain amount of consistent results, then you get into growing. But at the beginning, getting paid for what you know is not super technical. Oh, I got a small table, you guys. Someone for dropping stuff. And old school selling methods. I mean, this stuff is so simple. You don't need a whole bunch of stuff. You can use a Google Drive sheet. For me, there's something about pen and paper. It just gets things done. And I mean, I live a wonderful life. You know what I'm saying? And I decided that that's how there are certain ways I want to live, and then I made it happen. So I don't stand before you to brag. I stand before you to say, like, you probably BSing yourself and you probably wasting time. And I just wanted to be a reminder tonight that you can have it all. And it's all about you deciding what's yours and not being wishy-washy. Just decide, right? Decide what you want. Stand firm on it. And then every day, what's one thing you can do that's working towards that goal? I needed to hear this again. Yay! Now I don't care about fans. I only care about people who are ready to show up. Me too. Like, it's just fun when you can be yourself and build a tribe around that, you know? I got ant bites. Lord have mercy. A new one. I, Tiny Garland, can have it all. Yes, quote that. That is amazing. And it's just a matter of getting clarity on what it is. Because if you're not clear, that's why you get off task. That's why things start feeling frustrating. That's why there's no clarity. You can lose sight of the purpose and the vision, which is why you got to keep it in front of you, which is why I like these little circles, because it just works. I can look at it and go, oh yeah, I need to go do this and this and that. And then now I know 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I have 25 slots left. And that's it. And then it just becomes a matter of offer. And if I don't fill the 25, which I will, but if I don't, at the end of the day, I can look at what did I do? What happened? What could have been better? I can go in, and if I feel like I want to extend the sale, or I can just shut it down and move on to the next thing, right? But these are the things that I'm teaching you how to do. Inside the course, LakeishaMichelle.com, I'm going to take your advice on my professional page. I just don't interact. Yeah, so the thing about your Facebook personal page, which it's really, I have like 10,000 people on my personal page, and it's all a waste. Not they're a waste, but like the numbers are a waste, because trying to get all those people to go to my like page and to actually reap the benefits of the like page is geared to benefit you better than your actual friend page. So I built my Facebook on the wrong sand. And y'all used to ask me that all the time, and I could get away with it, so I did. But at the end of the day, my friend called me, and she does very, 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 very well. And she was just like, yo, you missing this, this, and this, and this. I'm like, dang, because I just waited too long. So my advice is just do it right from the beginning and trust. And don't let your numbers alter how you show up. So I don't care if you got 1 like. I don't care if you got, 1,000. Don't alter how you show up. Meaning, if you only get 1 like, so now you want to log off early, and now you're not going to show up for 2 other weeks or 2 other months because you feel like ain't nobody there. No way. No, you show up, right? Be like the post office. We open. We are open. Figure out your schedule on how you want to show up and what the content and the message is going to be, and just show up and leave the rest to God, like co-create. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I love it. Good. I feel great. I hope you guys got value. This is amazing. What's up, Pastor TJ? What's going on? What's going on? Man, you guys are super lit tonight. So I just want to say thank you for showing up. Go to LakeishaMichelle.com. Look at, even if you don't get the course, that's fine. Go get the details so you can make a bold no or a bold yes of jumping into the course. And again, paying attention to your specialized skill set, or the special information that you know, putting it into a framework and then selling it. That's how I turned what I knew into a business. I get paid for what I know online now because I was willing to test ideas. Once one took flight, I literally went ham on it, making new goals around the offer and the marketing, and and just creating a whole business out of it. Like, the key is be willing to test. Give yourself a deadline. Some of you guys are like, I've been trying this forever. Maybe you stuck on one thing. It's time to move on to something else. What else? What other ideas? Right? I wanted to teach business first, but it didn't work. It works now, but it didn't work at the beginning. It wasn't until I really started doing the hair online, and then those people started asking me business. Then my business goals, my vision of teaching business came back around. I could have never predicted that, but I was open. I was fluid. I was flexible. To interact with my professional page, should I do more? That's what I always do. I get excited, then I stop when I don't get interested. And social media messes us up because they make us value ourselves by likes and followers. And so that's just a personal conversation. We all do it. Always give value. Joy, what's up, boo? That's a boss right there. Social media does that to us. If you don't have a certain amount of likes and all that kind of stuff, and y'all, that's not real. And so it's all about owning. Again, when it's about owning what you know, because you know the result you can get for someone, it's easier to show up because I just know. Like tonight, I didn't have to show up, but I just know I know what I'm talking about, and I know the transformation you can have. Tonight on the live stream alone, people are saying how much money they made, how much the thought process have changed in their lives and stuff like that based off taking my course. And so I just, I know that that's what's going to happen for you. So why wouldn't I tell you what's more important than helping people? And, I don't know. So that helps me show up because it's like, I'm excited about those results that I get for people. And I want to help more people. So that hunger to be of service to other people will carry you when your likes and numbers make you want to quit. So ask me anything at LakeishaMichelle.com. The chat box comes to me like a text message. I see everything that come through. Cracking crab legs, no excuse. Right. I'm going to find that video. I'm going to show it tomorrow. I'll holler at you guys tomorrow. Good Tea for Life. I'm doing it at 11 a.m. And that's Central Time. Grinding. Go after the life I will live. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Joel, peace in these streets now. I love it. All right, you guys. I got to all the comments. Instagram shut down. I don't know what happened. And I'm sleepy. So I'm outie. Peace out, y'all. Love you, love you, love you. Ask me anything at LakeishaMichelle.com.